Alright y'all, welcome back with another video. Crest Coast Tattoos, this Jay in the building. We just getting the stencil ready, Always remember you gotta shave down the arm. Make sure the arm is free of hair. Now mind you, some small stuff you really can't see, it probably ain't gonna make a difference. But that long hair, it really could get stuck up in the machine and it's gonna make it hard for your stencil to stick to the skin as well. So don't forget, shave that arm if you see hair. Straight out the gate, we started this mapping this out with a 7 curve mag. That's my go-to mag, 7 curve mag, especially if I ain't trying to put no line work down, no hard lines, and it's supposed to be soft flowers, something like that. Straight mag, because I'm not trying to get nothing hard. So once it heals, that mag will definitely settle down and it will be soft. It ain't gonna be just as hard as a line. A line gonna stand out way more. Now since we was packing in color, I believe I switched over to this 13 curve mag. And it's possible I could have used the 13 curve mag for the leaves as well, but chances I use that 7 curve mag. Like if I'm getting into tight spots like that, chances 7 curve mag, but as I'm filling in, it could be the 13 curve mag or that 15 curve mag. And don't forget, we always running at about 6 volts. Doing color, anything like this, realistic with the 4-stroke machine, because this is a 4-stroke machine, Ambition Ninja, chances I'm running at about 6 volts throughout the whole tattoo because I'm not trying to scar the skin. And I line at 7 volts with this machine because this machine is a 4-stroke and it hits hard. So yeah, for color, 6 volts it is.
Call you 7:22 a.m. Love the tone of your voice in the morning. I'm falling in love with you.
Don't have to be scared of packing in the color, especially your blacks. You see I'm going back right now, hitting them blacks in those areas. It's really not black, but it's like dark blue mixed with a little black, because I definitely want that to be a spot that stands out, because we're not doing no outline, so we're gonna definitely need them bold dark spots to stand out. And black itself, I believe, would have still been too dark, so I just use that dark blue and sometimes a little black to kind of still keep it soft, not pure black. But for all my beginners out there, I'll say y'all just go with straight black, because you don't want to go too light, and black is going to make sure you don't go too light. It's going to make sure your stuff is going to stand out and that black is going to stay there. So an easier way to do that when I first started was put the black down, almost how I did the leaves. I put that black down even though it wasn't solid black. But I'll put a solid black down and then come back and color it in. Shade it in, then color it in. That's the easy way I used to go to. But coming out with straight colors off the bat, that's a little more harder method to go by.
In love with you. Send me a light to reach for love. When I think of you, I know the feeling. Dim the lights and let's hide for the weekend. I'm the only one you want. I'm the only one you want.
And I treated this leaf the same way. I hit it with a little shade first, and I came back with some of that green, also some dark greens in some area, but most of this was pure, like I think, wow, a jungle life green. And I'll take a yellow and probably soften it out and make it a little light green. And I don't know if you all have noticed, like when I'm doing color a lot, I will start out with that light tone, but then I'll try to come back with that dark tone. In certain situations, like for that cover up, I was coming in with some of them, not the super dark, but that dark blue. But I will come back with that dark blue with the black to make sure I structure that a little more. And then I'll fill in with that light tone, just so it could kind of blend in with the darks, but I try to get rid of the cover up first and then come in with them light tone, because I know the light tones itself is not going to get rid of the cover up. And as you all see right here, I'm definitely using that dark tone to make sure I structure it out. Chances I'm going to come back with that black, but make sure it's structured out, because if it's just light tones, one thing for sure, is not going to heal up and you're going to see that flower. It's going to just look all blue. So you need to separate them tones from each other. And that dark tone, of course, is what's going to get rid of that cover up. You ain't going to see that name at all. One of the goals with a cover up is just not to put all black. You put all black, then you're going to automatically look at it and be like, oh, that's a cover up. No, the goal is to not be able to tell that it's a cover up. To make all those darks kind of flow throughout the whole piece. Like this top one is definitely going to be a little bit darker, but I'm trying to keep it the same blue, that light blue, same blue. The top one just have more shadows. The bottom one, I added those shadows, but just not as many, because it, of course, wasn't needed, but I still wanted it to blend in. And that's one more thing you don't want to forget. You see how I'm applying like them textures in the petals, so those textures will definitely be the thing to kind of get rid of that cover up. You definitely need texture. Now that's one thing I'll say for sure, whether it's from beginner perspective or not. Like when I'm adding all these dark blues, like bigger areas of shadows, I'll definitely say don't go all black. Definitely go with your medium tone, and then put a little color on top of that medium tone, because you don't want it to be super black. That's a whole lot of black, and that's an easy way to tell that, oh, this is a cover up. But I just decided to take this dark blue, I was mixing with a little black here and there, getting some textures to make sure it pop out, but also to cover that name. That's the whole purpose of that darker blue and that black adding in. Pretty much doing that the whole process, coming with that light blue, structuring out the dark black, or I'll come in with the dark blue, structure out, and then come in with my light blue, fill in. So it depends on the situation, because for one, I'm going with the dark blue route because I'm trying to make sure I add the textures, the proper textures, to get rid of the cover up. If I just go straight in with the light blue, I'll kind of cover up the name temporarily, but I know once it heals, it's not going to be covered up. So I still want to be able to see that name to put them dark textures over it, so I know exactly where it was. At this top, I definitely wanted to be like way more colored than the black itself, so So I really just hit a slight little bits with some shade, and then I came in with full color. And I lightened it up a little bit to get in between that. See how I just left those openings, and I came back with that light tone, just so it ain't all one tone and you'll be able to see it and it remains soft. The majority of this was pretty much color. I probably came back with the shades and the shadows. Let's see. Yep, I did come back with some black to kind of add in some more structure and to kind of help it stand out, where it ain't just one color and it'll be soft. Once it heal, it get lost. Details get lost in the process. And at the end of a cover up, you'll also catch me coming back with some darks in certain spots to make sure, okay, I want this to be darker. Let's separate this flower, I want that to be darker. And I don't just use pure black, I use some of the pure black, and I use some of it. It's straight the blue and the black. And of course, towards the end of the tattoo, I try to save these spots for them highlights. But remember, you don't color in these areas. They're already open. They're just the skin tone where I'm putting this white. Every once in a while, like in a especially for a cover up, you will see like in the textures, I'll put some white just to kind of like disguise that cover up if you still see anything. But definitely want to appreciate you all for watching the videos, coming on the live stream, whatever it is. Appreciate the support. Hopefully all the videos been helping y'all. If y'all have any questions, just put them down in the comments below. Appreciate it, and I'll try my best to get those answers for you all.
In the morning.